The making of the rope-rimmed gourd bowl. First, I'm going to put some Formula 49 on. I'm going to use my felt pad. This is to condition the gourd so that the inks go on nice and smooth. I've already put it on, so take your dryer. And you dry your gourd, and you'll see that as you're drying it, it'll get dull. And then you know that it is completely dried, and you can start applying your inks when your gourd is completely dry. A couple of reasons to use the Formula 49. Like I said, it helps the ink go on smoother, but it helps condition the gourd, and it helps the ink go on evenly. But after you do apply the Formula 49, you do have to use a heat gun and dry it, and you'll see it as it dries, it's shiny, and then it'll go dull. And even after using your inks, you have to dry every layer with a heat gun to set the inks. Next, we're going to be applying the inks, and I'm going to do Chestnut on it by Gourd Master Well-Burn Gourds. So I will be using the felt pad again and putting on my gloves, and we'll be applying it. I'll show you as I go when I start it. Now that I have taken my heat dryer and dried the Formula 49 on it, I'm going to take my chestnut and I am going to apply it on the gourd. And it doesn't really take a lot, but we're going to do the whole gourd in it. And then keep on going around the whole gourd. It's beautiful chestnut color. I'll finish going around this, and I'll show you what it looks like as soon as I'm done with it. Just keep on applying it. And when I am done putting ink on it, we will take the heat gun and we will dry the ink. You can see how it's wet looking right now. The ink goes a long way. So just keep on doing it on your gourd until it's completely covered. Now it's completely covered with the chestnut, and I'm going to take my heat dryer and I'm going to dry it. As you can see, it is wet looking, and when I take the dryer to it, it will give it a nice dry appearance. Just keep on going around it until it dries. It'll take a few minutes, but it will dry. And I'll show you as soon as it starts drying. This spot here. You can see where it is starting to get dull right there. It's wet looking up here, starting to get dull looking, and that shows you that it is drying the ink. And you have to heat set your ink every time you use it. See the dullness coming out in it? That means that the ink is dry on it. And I can touch it and no ink is coming off on my fingers. Okay, so I have now marked my little holes around here to drill through so I can put my needle and thread through it. I'm going to use this thicker rope because I think it'll look nicer on it. And I'm going to be using this drill right here to put the holes in my gourd. So, here we go. Little slide there, but that's okay. It's still going to end up with the So now I have my little holes drilled all around it, and I'm going to get my needle and my thread, which I have right here. I think I'm going to use the dark brown thread, and we're going to start putting the rope onto the gourd. I'm going to be using this black wax thread and this half circle needle. I think it'll be easier to go through it. I've threaded on this wax thread onto this needle, and I put it through from the inside out. And what I am going to do to start it off with, as you can see, I'm going to stick my needle through here so that when I put my piece of rope on to start off, and as we go around, we'll pull it back through. But here's my rope. I'm going to stick my needle back in from this side into this next hole here, which now I've taken a knot and I've knotted it off inside, and I'm going around the rim, and this is what mine looks like. What I am doing is I'm taking my needle and I'm going through my hole, and I've been wrapping it around it like this and pulling it through. This is my my wax thread. And I'm securing it like that. Don't know if you can see it going around it. Do another one. Stick my needle in my hole. Wrap my thread through it like this and pull. And it's securing it down around the bottom, and that's what it looks like on the inside. Do another one. Stick my needle through the hole. Wrap it around and pull like this. And go all the way around the gourd. Just keep on wrapping it in the holes and pulling it tight. I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished, but that's what it's going to look like. I'll do one more. And then I'll finish going around the gourd. Stick it in the hole. Look, one more hole. It's finding the hole. Stick it in the hole. Stick the thread through the middle, the needle through the middle of the loop, and pull. And then you just have to play with it to get it. Keep on continuing to go around the gourd, and that's That's what it's going to look like. Just go around like this, stick the needle in the hole. Just like that. Take your thread, put the needle in the middle of it, pull it tight. It's going to look like this all the way around it. See how it's going around it? So all you keep on doing is go around it. Go through the hole, bring it back through again. Until you get all the way around it, and I'm almost to the end, and I'll show you how I tie it off. And go again. Just about to the end of it. I have not cut my rope off because I'll show you how I'm going to finish it off here. I put a little bit of hot glue on it where I cut the rope off at, and now I'm finishing off the end of it. And I'm wrapping it around just like I did before. Make sure that everything's tucked in here. And then I'll go around through this hole. Oh, wrong way. Need to go this way. From the back side of the hole. Go back through that hole where I started at, where I put the knot at the very beginning. And then I'm just going to knot it off. I'm going to go through it a couple times and knot it off. I'll show you the finish of it right in just a second. I hope you were able to follow along of how I did the stitching around here. It is completely finished off now. Here's the end of it where I glued it together and I knotted it. But now we'll put the design on the front of it, and next video I'll show you how to finish off the inside of it. So there you go. We will do the flower and finish off the inside in the next video. But there is the video of how I wrap. Everybody does it a little different. This is how I wrap mine. And you have to go around it. My holes are not all completely even, but you have to go around it and push it down into spot. But there you go. This is the way that I finish off my rope rim gourd. I hope you like this video. And if you do, please hit the bell, put a thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment if you have any questions.